Hello everyone, welcome back again. So with this continuation of the last video of your basically Unity 5 development administration, so I'm going to continue our the rest of the thing because I could unable to cover the last session completely due to the some technical glitch. So with this continuation of the last video, and this is going to be a basically uh, the the video with respect to the last video. So here we have discussed till up to this question, that is how like again I'm reading that Royal Commission on Decentralization was appointed to existing financial resource between British India government. It is incorrect because Royal Commission was appointed on to study the civil service, superior civil service, okay, in India. Then JBP committee was set up to study recommendation of the Dahar Commission. It is correct. GTH Khosla committee was set up to investigate the death of Netaji, basically Subhash Chandra Bose, and with respect to that, there are other committee also: Mukherjee Commission, Shah Nawaz Commission, Fligger's report, Khosla Commission. These are the commission which extensively study regarding the conspiracy and with respect to the death of the Subhash Chandra Bose. Then plan holiday was observed in 66 to 69. This one is also correct. Hence answer of this question is 2, 3 and the 4 is the answer. Okay. Moving to the next question, the pair of book and author. So this is your sample question, and accordingly we have to prepare the like different book like Secularism Principle and Application, the book written by whom, okay. Then modernization of the Indian tradition, Yogendra Singh. Social background of Indian nationalism, Bipin Chandra. Then modern Godman in India, A.R. Desai. So what is the correct answer? Okay, what is the correct answer? So this is how the sample question, and you need to prepare accordingly. So I am also not about the question, and let me check. Okay, so let me check the answer of this question. So I did check the basically correct answer, and correct answer of this question is option C, that social background of Indian nationalism. It was not wrote by Bipin Chandra. Bipin Chandra basically not wrote this book. It is wrote by the A.R. Desai. Okay, so that's why option C is basically answer, because they asked the question wrong pair. And secularism principle and application, J.M. Selot. Modernization of Indian tradition, Yogendra Singh. Modern Goodman in India, A.R. Desai. So the option C is incorrect because social background of Indian nationalism written by A.R. Desai. So this is how like they ask the question different book and the article with respect to modernization, with respect to the concept of the development, with respect to the concept of you can remember the modern good man, modernization, secularism. These are what? These are concept reflect the idea or theory of development or modernization. So that is how the thing, basically you have to remember different book with respect to that. So guys, this is how your like I believe the different question, and we solve the different question, because most of the student here unable to do that, how to cover the questions and how to cover the theory. So only practicing the question, it is not possible to crack any exam, be it your UGC be it your SSB lecture or PGT. So to crack any exam, you have to cover the previous year question, and on that basis we need to study also thoroughly. And for that I am here to discuss with you a wonderful topic with respect to this question. That is how you can see the theory part. In this theory I am going to extensively cover the development administration and planning commission in India. Okay guys, so history of the planning commission of India and the theory of development administration we need to cover in this session. So without delay, let's start. First question, you need to remember the development administration. D means development administration originate in 1950s. That means we can say that after the Second World War or the time of the decolonization process after the Second World War, the development administration basically originated. Why the development administration is required? Because of the newly independent country like Asia, Africa, Latin America. For them, the development administration is required for develop in their countries. That is how 1950s, and the word coined by UL Goswami. Okay, I am going to quickly revise the concept for you. The development administration word coined by UL Goswami, and the father of development administration George Gant. So who is the father of development administration? It is the George Gant, the father of the development administration George Gant. So don't confuse. UL Goswami coined the term, but father of the development administration George Grant. Then Edward Widener defined development administration is a goal oriented and change oriented. So who defined the development administration is a goal oriented and change oriented? That is how Edward Widener. Then Donald C. Stone used the 4P. So 4P used by Donald C. Stone, and that is how plan, policy, program and project. Okay, so Donald C. Stone basically used the 4P, that is a plan, policy, program and project. That is how Donald C. Stone. Then who the thinker basically related to development administration? The Edward Widener, John Montgomery, F.W. Riggs, Alfred Demont. Okay, Alfred Demont, F.W. Riggs, John Montgomery and Edward Widener. These are thinker related to the development administration. What is the important goal? Why the development administration was created? As you know that for the introducing the bring the development in term of the poverty alleviation, in term of agricultural development, in term of economy empowerment, development administration basically introduced in the third world country. But there is also a hidden goal, that is how to target the communism ideology. When we talk about development administration, we connect with the ideology of liberalism, that is a Western ideology or the ideology of the America. Okay, but America ideology always try to target the communism ideology, of your USSR or currently Russia. So the development administration main objective to counter the communism ideology while spreading uh, the idea among the developing or third world country. That is how the main idea. Then there is always a scholarly discussion that the different similarity between development administration and new public administration. What is the similarity? The goal oriented and effective coordination. So coordination we have already studied, like coordination given by different scholar. For example, your coordination is a first principle according to Riley and Mooney. Okay, coordination is a first principle, and MP Follett present the four stages of the coordination, like coordination at early stage, coordination should be direct, coordination is a continuous process, and coordination is a what? Now 3-4 stage we have a study under the coordination given by your MP Follett. And each and every administration the coordination must require, be it your development administration or the new public administration. So guys, this is all about your what the theory of the development administration. I believe this thing is very much clear to you. Okay, this thing is very much clear to you. And there is also the basically the concept in our syllabus mentioned the history of the planning in India. Okay, then followed by you have to discuss also the 5-year plan. Okay, so these are the basically different concept we need to cover under the topic of the development administration. Okay, so let's quickly discuss about history of the planning in India and details. Okay, so guys, please sit silently with the water bottle and very carefully, because it's going to be a marathon like for you, because you get lot of thing from this video, this lecture, from the history of the planning in India. So let's start. First the detail, this side detail, and this side the here the basic term. Okay, concept of planning, planned economy. Concept of planned economy 1930s by the nationalist leader with socialism theory. Okay, 1929 we all know the basically the Swaraj. Okay, the concept of the basically here we notice what we notice. Hmm, this question Purna Swaraj concept, and after that 1930s, that time during the 1930s the nationalist leader started with the socialism theory. And there is another basically important thinker, Sir M.A. Visvesvaraya. So M.A. Visvesvaraya known as the father of Indian economic planning. So if tomorrow someone asks to you the who is known as the Indian economic father of Indian economic planning, the Sir M.A. Visvesvaraya. Okay, M.A. Visvesvaraya, the father of Indian economic planning, and he wrote a book Planned Economic for India. So who wrote a book Planned Economic for India? M.A. Visvesvaraya. Very important guys. From here you get two questions. One is the book written by whom, or who is known as father of Indian economic planning. I believe it is clear. Okay, it is clear according to me. Then National Planning Committee. So what is National Planning Committee? It is known as a Congress plan. So Congress plan is known as a National Planning Committee, and president, who is the president of National Planning Committee, is the Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, Subhash Chandra Bose, the president of National Planning Committee, and the chairman of the National Planning Committee, Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, Jawaharlal Nehru is known as the chairman of National Planning Committee, and it was constituted in 1938. So this year is not important, but you have to remember National Planning Committee, Subhash Chandra Bose and Jawaharlal Nehru. If you notice, there was a question that the death of Subhash Chandra Bose is studied by which commission? Okay, we have discussed it is the Khosla Commission, it is the which commission, or other three committee also. And the Subhash Chandra Bose related to this committee, National Planning Committee. It's very important. If you think, sir, you taught the factual things, this was the basic thing they asked in examination. So that's why I bring for like the this concept of history of planning in India. So too much factual thing you need to remember from here. Then Bombay Plan. So followed by Bombay Plan. Bombay Plan is 1944. So don't think that Bombay Plan means the like the Maharashtra, Mumbai, something like that. No, the planning initiative, because after the 1950s or the independence, so there is a requirement of the planning for the development, for the poverty alleviation, for sustainable basically development. Okay, so that's why the different planning initiative taken in India has been taken in India. And Bombay Plan was constituted 1944. You can remember 1940s. Okay, 1940s. And main theme of the Bombay Plan, that is import substitution industrialization, that is ISI. What is import substitution industrialization means? In 1950s, in 1940s, basically before the independence also, that to for it is not the people of India is not ready to allow the foreign investment in India, because the reason you all know, simply the foreigner come to India and they try to exploit us, our raw material, our resource, our human, our society. That's why they don't believe to like bring the foreign direct investment. And the alternative is that import substitution industrialization, that we do not import, we do not bring anything from the outside, we try to product that thing in our own country. Okay, that is how the idea. And proponent of the Bombay Plan, the Kasturi Bhai Lal. Who can tell me the Kasturi Bhai Lal related to which committee? We have already studied. Let me provide you the answer. The Economic Committee, under the your different committee of the Public Service Commission or the Financial Administration in India. We have discussed Kasturi Lal Bhai Committee is the head of your Economic Committee, and he the one who basically the owner of the Bombay Plan. That is how Kasturi Lal Bhai. And Sri Ram Jahan and Lala Sri Ram and John Mathai, then the finance minister. Okay, John Mathai, then the ministry. Okay, so these are the important leader of the Bombay Plan. Then Gandhian Plan. Gandhian Plan, year of the Gandhian Plan 1944. Proponent of the Gandhian Plan, Sri Narayan Agrawal, Sriman Narayan Agrawal. So Sriman Narayan Agrawal is a proponent of the Gandhian Plan, and Gandhian Plan was constituted 1944 after the Bombay Plan. Okay, so 1944 Gandhian Plan, and proponent of the Gandhian Plan, Sriman Narayan Agrawal. The theme of the Gandhian Plan, decentralized economic structure. Okay, so what is the theme of the Gandhian Plan? Decentralized economic structure. So they can ask the question, choose the correct one, choose the wrong one. So they will write down Gandhian Plan, decentralized economic structure, Gandhian Plan, Sriman Narayan Agrawal. So this type of question regularly coming in our examination. Then Planning Development Department. So there was a Planning Development Department initiated by the British India. Initiated by whom? British India. Initiated by whom? British India. Planning Development Department. Okay. Then in the year of 1944, and leader Adesira Lal, Dalal. Okay, Dalal. A Dalal also part of the Bombay Plan. Okay, do remember that thing. Okay, Bombay Plan scholar A Dalal also part of the Planning Development Department. Okay, British India, constituted by whom? British India. Okay, British India Planning Development Department. Then with the continuation, there is a People's Plan. People's Plan by M.N. Roy. Okay, M.N. Roy, People's Plan, in year 1945. The idea what? The post-war reconstruction committee. So people are believes that after the post-war, after the Second World War, what would be the next step for the reconstructions with respect to the economy, because economy is a backbone of the country. XYZ development country, developing country, or underdeveloped country. I believe this thing is clear. Then Sarvodaya Plan is the year basically 1950s. Okay, so if they ask the question before Planning Commission, which plan exists? Sarvodaya Plan 1950s. Your and leader is Joy Prakash Narayan. So who is the leader of the Sarvodaya plan? Joy Prakash Narayan. Joy Prakash Narayan Sarvodaya plan 1950. That need to clear. Now we come to the planning commission. Most of people will be believe that, sir, why you touch this thing? Ability important for our examination? Yes guys, ability important, because they mention in our syllabus the evolution of development administration or India, planning commission in India, national development council in India. That does not mean I will just write down the national development council was constituted in August 1952 or planning commission was created March 1950. So to understand planning commission you need to understand the historical background na? That is how the way of the systematic study, and it is the foundation like class for you. Okay, so here the planning commission, year of the planning commission March 1950. So when the planning commission was constituted March 1950, it is through the cabinet resolution. What does it mean by cabinet resolution? That your planning commission neither a statutory body nor a constitutional body, it is a extra constitutional body or extra executive the initiative, that you have to remember because they will confuse you. Okay, and it is constituted March 1950. March 1950 March planning commission 1950 March. Then Niti means what? Niti means what? National Institute for Transforming India. So Niti full from National Institute for Transforming India in 2015. So January 1st 2015 January 1, the Niti Aayog replaced the planning commission. If someone asks to you that Niti Aayog currently exists in India, planning commission currently existing in India, no, planning commission is replaced by Niti Aayog, you will get a statement there. So that is also correct, that planning commission replaced by Niti Aayog. That is how created 2015, and by the Union Cabinet resolution. Like the planning commission is a non-constitutional body, similarly your Niti Aayog is also non-constitutional body. I believe this thing is also clear to you. Then it is basically what? The moving to the next concept, the National Development Council. That is how NDC, National Development Council, NDC, was created August 1952. August 1952 NDC, and CDP, that is how the Community Development Program, October 1952. Both the planning initiative created in 1952, but the month is changed. One is 1952 October and another one is August 1952. August 1952 NDC, October 1952 CDP. Okay, I believe this thing is clear to you. Okay, and the both of the thing is the part of the first 5-year plan. The NDC or CDP, the part of the first 5-year plan. And who is the prime minister of that time? Obviously we all know the Jawaharlal Nehru, first prime minister of India. So this is your all about the history of the planning in India. Whatever the question in your SSB lecture or PGT will come, now the single question is not missed from out of this topic. Okay, I can guarantee you. I usually I don't guarantee you, but now I can assure you that this is how, like from here the question they will ask. Now I am going to quickly discuss with you the 5-year plan and details. Okay, 5-year plan and details. Okay, let's start quickly. The first 5-year plan, the Community Development Program and your National Development Council, two things exist. Community Development Program and National Development Council, two things exist in first 5-year plan. The third 5-year plan is 61 to 65, and during that 5-year plan the two are basically fought. One is with the Pakistan, another one is with the China. And in the case of China, India was lost a huge basically resource, and India lost this war. And that's why this basically the third 5-year plan failed. Okay, due to the failure of the only the third 5-year plan, there is a plan holiday. Why plan holiday? Because as you all know, the 5-year plan means what? The basically 5-year plan means for the 5 years, but now the basically planning commission are not held for the 5 years, but planning commission are held basically constitute for the 1 year gap. Okay, and that's why there is a 3 plan. That is how from 66 to 69 the 3 plan take place because of the war, because there is no resource or no so much basically your statistical analysis to take the plan for the 5 year, but they initiated the plan for the 1 year. That is how plan holiday, the holiday of the plan, and the plan constituted for the each year, and that is how 66 to 69, that is how the answer. And that time basically USA denied to provide the basically it's a food grain, and India need to produce the food grain, and that's why the green revolution was introduced. The green revolution was introduced, as I have already told you, that green revolution was introduced during the time of Lal Bahadur Shastri. During that time, Lal Bahadur Shastri introduced a concept or coined the term Joy Jawan Joy Kisan. Even if he also given a clarion call that one individual should leave the one meals for a day, because of the war is has been conducted with basically your Pakistan, and we need to show our vital power. Okay, that is how the main concept that you need to remember. And what is the green basically revolution idea? A new agricultural strategy implemented to distribution of high yield varieties, basically seeds. Okay, a new agricultural strategy basically implemented that time, okay, to meet the requirement of the 1960s period. Okay, I believe this much is clear. Then fourth 5 year plan, that is of 60s to 70s period, and that time India Pakistan war basically take place for the Bangladesh liberation. Fortunately, the India got victory in this war, and that shows the India's strongest or the India's power at the world level. Okay, India's deterrent power in the world level. And this plan also failed. Okay, and basically during the time of the fourth 5 year plan, the first time Lok Sabha was dissolved before its completion of the term. So if they ask the question, the first time the Lok Sabha is dissolved before the completion of the term, with respect to which 5 year plan? It is the fourth 5 year plan, and year of the dissolve of the Lok Sabha 1970, and first midterm election of the basically Lok Sabha election, first midterm Lok Sabha election 1971. Okay, so I believe this thing is clear. Then fifth 5 year plan, 74 to 79. Okay, the fifth 5 year plan, the objective of the fifth 5 year plan to basically poverty alleviation, that is how Garib Hatao the main slogan, and 20-point program. So they can ask the question, the 20-point program was launched in which year or related to which 5 year plan? That is how 1975 or 55 year plan. In this 20-point program, what highlighted that there are the 20 significant point highlighted in order to curb the poverty, in order to curb the malnutrition, in order to curb the unemployment from the society. That is how the initiative of the during the time of Indira Gandhi. Okay, in that time the Indira Gandhi used to be a prime minister. Okay, so you can easily remember this thing, that fourth 5 year plan, the time of Indira Gandhi, and that time the basically the Lok Sabha is dissolved before completion of its basically term, and subsequently the first midterm election is take place, and luckily again Indira Gandhi came to picture, and they formed the fifth 5 year plan. And that time basically 20-point program basically came to picture, because with this Nara of your Garib Hatao, Indira Gandhi got the power and elected as a Prime Minister of India. And to fulfill the promise, she brought the 20-point program. Okay, 1975. And during that time, guys, that is how 75 to 77, a national emergency, a imposition of the national emergency by the honorable prime minister that time. Okay, 75 to 77, the imposition of national emergency, the time of the fifth 5 year plan. They can ask the question, the in which 5 year plan the national emergency was imposed in India. And the first the 5 year plan, and this is the fifth 5 year plan, is the first 5 year plan which terminated before its completion of the term. Like we all know, the each and every 5 year plan is basically take place the for the completion of the 5 year. But before your completion of your, what I would say, the 5 year plan, fifth 5 year plan, another basically annual plan, basically ruling plan came to picture due to the emergency. Okay, so ruling plan basically came to picture, that is 78 for the period of the 78 to 83. Okay, and that time Moraji Desai basically the prime minister of India. Moraji Desai used to be the prime minister of India. So do remember 78 to 83 the ruling plan. Okay, ruling plan 78 to 83, and the prime minister of that time Moraji Desai is the prime minister of that time. Then moving to the next plan, the sixth 5 year plan, 80s to 85. After the emergency, there is a ruling plan, and that plan is led by Moraji Desai, 78 to 83. And after the Moraji Desai, because the Moraji Desai government was dissolved, okay, basically dissolved, and subsequently again the election take place, and Indira Gandhi again came to the power, and the basically presented the sixth five-year plan, that is of 80 to 85. Okay, it is the second term of the Indira Gandhi government. Okay, and that time he also came with the slogan, the Garib Hatao. Okay, so Garib Hatao slogan you can found in both your basically fifth five-year plan and subsequently the sixth five-year plan. Okay, okay, it is clear. And this time the 65-year plan, during the time of 80 to 85, you can see a number of basically the scheme. Say for example, National Rural Employment Program. Okay, National Rural Employment Program also comes under the fifth five-year plan, but it's a initiative of the Indira Gandhi government, and he tried to also reinitiated this thing. Okay, then IRDA, Integrated Rural Development Program, IRDP, part of the 65-year plan. Then Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Program, that is known as RLEGP. Okay, RLGP, that Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Program, it is part of the 65-year plan. So I believe this thing is crystal clear to all of you. Okay, so if you found, guys, this information is valuable for your examination, so do like. So please, I am going to provide 2 to 3 second, quickly like the sessions. Those are really like my hard work and dedication. Please like my session, it's my humble request to all of you. So with this continuation, so let come into the seventh five-year plan. That is how seventh five-year plan, Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, okay, during the time of seventh five-year plan, and he initiated the Jawahar Rozgar Yojana. Okay, Jawahar Rozgar Yojana initiated by the Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. And after the Prime Minister basically Rajiv Gandhi, in the 1990, the annual plan basically take place because of the due to fast changing political situation at the center. At the center during the time of 90s to 1992, people are prime minister used to continuously change. Okay, like we change our cloth. Okay, simply we change our clothes, our dress. Similarly, the prime minister of that time basically used to continuously change, and for that there is annual plans instead of the five-year plan 1990 to 1992. Okay, then finally in 1991 LPG was introduced, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization, and there is no relevance of after that the existence of the planning commission, and the LPG was basically introduced by the government of by the government of the PV Narasimha Rao government. So this is all about the our whole history of the five-year plan, planning commission in India, development administration, the theory, significance, and the important related the information for your examination. So with this note, we come to the end of our the lecture. I hope you most like my effort and the basic level of the quality content I provide. So if all the thing is going to favor of your exam, so do subscribe my channel, do share my channel, and do like my channel. It's my humble request to all of you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being part of this lesson.